Imagine a quiet English countryside, but behind high-security fencing, watchtowers, and armed guards. This isn't a prison, it's a town with a secret, the Atomic Weapons Establishment, or AW, in Aldermaston. From the outside, it looks like a modern industrial park, but inside, Britain's nuclear weapons are designed, built, and maintained. It's one of the most protected places in the UK. Security is intense, background checks take months, and daily entry means passing through multiple checkpoints and scanners. The secrecy is absolute because the science here could change the world in an instant. Scientists, engineers, and technicians work on projects so classified they can't discuss them with anyone outside. Their work is seen as essential to national security, a heavy responsibility. The site is vast with its own fire brigade, medical center, and canteens, but the heart of A is its advanced laboratories. Here, scientists handle dangerous materials like plutonium and run experiments at the edge of physics and chemistry. The goal ensure Britain's nuclear weapons are reliable and safe. Life inside AW is a world apart, defined by secrecy and purpose. Every detail from the layout to the technology is designed to protect the nation's most powerful secrets. The people here know their work shapes the fate of the country. They operate in a place where mistakes are not an option. The pressure is constant, but so is the sense of mission. For those inside, it's not just a job, it's a calling. The outside world may never know the full story, but inside the wire, the stakes couldn't be higher. Britain's nuclear future is being built, one secret at a time. The work is hidden, but its impact is global. In this secret town, history is written in silence. The world may never see what happens here, but its consequences will echo for generations. Why is the UK racing to build a new nuclear warhead, decades after the Cold War? The world has changed. Russia and China are modernizing their arsenals, and new threats are emerging. The British government insists its nuclear deterrent must be modern to remain credible. The current warhead dates back to the 1970s, ancient by today's standards. Just as you wouldn't trust a 1970s computer, the UK can't rely on outdated nuclear tech. Advanced missile defenses mean the new warhead must be smarter and more reliable. This is about more than technology, it's about global power and influence. A credible deterrent keeps Britain at the top table of world affairs. The new warhead sends a clear message. Britain is serious about defense. The deadline is the 2030s. But in nuclear terms, that's soon. Designing, testing, and building a warhead takes years of work. Scientists at AW are racing the clock, solving complex problems without live nuclear tests. The pressure is immense. Failure isn't an option. This is a race against time, technology, and global uncertainty. The stakes Britain's security for the next half-century. Every decision now shapes the future balance of power. The world is watching, and so are Britain's allies and rivals. The outcome will define the UK's place in a new era of nuclear rivalry. The arms race is back, and Britain is determined not to fall behind. To understand AW, you need to know about Trident, Britain's nuclear weapons system. Trident has two parts, the US-built missile and the UK-designed warhead, made at AW. These warheads are carried on 4 Vanguard-class submarines, each able to launch up to 16 missiles. At any moment, one submarine is hidden at sea, ready to respond to any nuclear threat. This is the continuous at-sea deterrent, Britain's ultimate insurance policy. AW's mission, keep the warheads safe, secure, and ready at all times. Scientists constantly inspect, maintain, and upgrade the warheads to ensure reliability. The materials inside are complex and can change over time, so vigilance is key. Since the 1950s, Aldermaston has been the center of Britain's nuclear story. From early atomic bombs to today's advanced warheads, AW has led the way. Live nuclear tests ended in 1991. Now the focus is on maintaining and modernizing the arsenal. The challenge: design a new generation of weapons for a new era of threats. Awe is both the brain and the hands behind Britain's nuclear deterrent. Every detail matters. Failure could mean disaster. The work is relentless, but the mission is clear. Britain's security depends on what happens here. The stakes are national survival. In Aldermaston, the future of deterrence is being forged. The world may never see it, but its impact is real. How do you design a nuclear bomb without ever setting one off? The UK signed a treaty banning live nuclear tests, so AW relies on cutting-edge technology. Supercomputers simulate virtual explosions, predicting how new warhead designs will behave. The Orion laser creates conditions like those inside a nuclear blast, letting scientists test their models. These experiments reach temperatures and pressures found in stars. Powerful X-rays and computer models reveal how warheads age and perform. This science-based stewardship combines simulations, laser experiments, and hands-on analysis. Old warheads are dismantled and studied to improve future designs. The process is painstaking, but it ensures safety and reliability. The UK can modernize its arsenal without breaking its treaty promises. Every test, every simulation brings the new warhead closer to reality. The future of Britain's deterrent is built on invisible explosions and silent science. In this world, precision and secrecy are everything. Britain's nuclear program is built on a unique partnership with the United States. Since World War II, the two countries have shared nuclear secrets, technology, and materials. The 1958 Mutual Defense Agreement allows deep cooperation. No other nation has this access. Britain buys its Trident missiles from the US, saving billions and ensuring compatibility. Scientists at AW work closely with American labs, sharing data and solving problems together. The new British warhead is being developed alongside America's W-93, sharing technology and design principles. This partnership is vital, but it's controversial. Critics say it makes the UK dependent on the US. If the US ever stops supplying missiles, Britain's deterrent could be at risk. The government argues the alliance is a strength, delivering world-class capability at lower cost. For now, this special relationship is at the heart of Britain's defense. It shapes every decision, every design, and every test. The future of Britain's nuclear force is tied to this transatlantic bond. Together, they forge the steel of deterrence. Building a new nuclear warhead is staggeringly expensive. The Trident replacement will cost tens of billions over decades. AW alone spends around £1 billion a year. Critics question if this is the best use of public money, especially with pressing needs like healthcare and climate change. There's a fierce ethical debate. Nuclear weapons are designed for mass destruction. Opponents argue it's morally wrong to possess them and call for disarmament. The project is politically divisive, with some parties strongly opposed. The future of Britain's deterrent is always up for debate. Every pound spent is a choice about national priorities. The question remains, is the price of security too high? The numbers tell a story of rising investment and shifting priorities. After years of reducing its arsenal, the UK recently raised its warhead cap to 260, the first increase in decades. This signals a new era. The government sees the world as more dangerous and is responding with more firepower. Billions are allocated for new warheads and dreadnought-class submarines. The total cost is one of the largest in the government's budget. Supporters say this is the price of safety. Critics call it a dangerous escalation. The commitment is clear: nuclear weapons will remain central to UK defense for decades. The debate is global. Some see it as necessary, others as reckless. Every increase in spending shapes the future of Britain's security. The stakes are high, and the world is watching. The arms race is not just history, it's happening now. Britain is investing heavily to stay in the game. The debate over Britain's new warhead is about security versus morality. Supporters say nuclear weapons deter war and keep the UK safe from threats and blackmail. They argue that deterrence has kept the peace for decades. Critics call for disarmament, saying nuclear weapons are immoral and increase global danger. They warn of accidental war and catastrophic consequences. Many point out that countries like Germany and Japan thrive without nuclear arms. They argue real threats today are terrorism, cyber attacks, and climate change. Nuclear weapons can't stop these. Billions spent on warheads could address more immediate problems. The arguments are passionate on both sides. The choice is about what kind of future Britain wants. The debate isn't going away. The future of Britain's nuclear program is set for decades. AW is racing to deliver the new warhead by the 2030s, while new dreadnought submarines are under construction. The goal, a seamless transition, so the nuclear deterrent is never broken. Britain's commitment to nuclear power remains strong, but challenges loom: delays, costs, and political debate. Future governments and public opinion could shift priorities. The debate over nuclear weapons will continue to shape British politics. The decision to build a new warhead is a gamble on the future. Is it protection in a dangerous world, or a costly risk? The answer will define Britain's place in the world for generations. As AW builds the next bomb, the nation faces a profound choice about security, identity, and the price of peace.